Hey y'all, this is Dina. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today I am back with part 2 of my craft fair idea number 14, which is pocket-sized traveler's notebooks. So yesterday we made the cover, and today we're going to make the folders and put the paper in and so forth to kind of make this right where we need it to be. Okay, so let's just get started. Okay, so first of all, the paper that you're going to be putting in, what I use these little mini composition notebooks. I got these at the Dollar Tree, 3 in the pack, of course, for $1. So I've went ahead and I've already covered 2 of them, and we're going to cover this one on camera. That way then you can kind of see what it will look like. But this is what these 2 look like. Of course, it's got lined paper inside. So let's just get started with this one. Okay, so I went ahead and pre-cut my paper, and the paper for this notebook, it measures, let me just check my notes. It measures 6 3/4 by 4 1/2. Okay, so what I did is I just went ahead and rounded my corners first of all. And I go ahead and I've lined this up against the cover of the book. So I kind of will know where I need to make sure the spine of this is. And let me just use a little bit of use my bone folder there to kind of give it the crease. So that's looking pretty good. So that way you kind of know where you need to position it. Now, some people put glue, but of course, you know me, I've got to use my red tape, and I think this works the best. So I'm going to use red tape, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my red tape down the center where the spine of the notebook is. I'm going to put tape down the center, and then I am going to put tape around all the edges. You can use like a craft glue if you want to do this, but I kind of like it to dry a little faster and not have to worry about that. So I am just going to use my tape. It hasn't failed me yet, so I'm just going to do my tape. So anyway, so let's go ahead and get the rest of the tape on here. You can use a double-sided tape, you can use glue, you can use whatever you would like to use as your adhesive, long as it's a strong adhesive, because you don't want the covers to come off. Because I mean, let's face it, these kind of covers like this look a lot prettier than this. So that's why, you know, we got to make it look pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and 2 more little strips of tape. You can put some in the middle if you want. If you want to use like snail tape, you know, you can use that, but I'm just going to do this way. And, okay. Now for my craft fair, I'm also going to be selling, besides the pocket TNs, I'm going to have a few regular size B6 TNs. So I just thought, you know, I'm just gonna do a couple, you know, so I don't know how well they're gonna do, but I'm gonna hope for the best. So anyway, okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull off the center tape, and I'm gonna position this notebook up to the edge. You wanna make sure we're getting it up to the edge, and just kind of press it down on the tape so you can kind of get this where you need it to go. Okay, you're gonna pull this the best that you can. Go ahead and peel off the rest of your tape for the front, and then we'll do the back. Okay, so I'm gonna peel this, give it a good pressing down. Now I'm gonna peel off the back. Now, if your little paper is hanging off the edge of this a little bit, when you're done getting this adhered down, you can trim it, and it's just like super simple to trim. I love my red tape, but these little red things stick to my hands all the time, y'all. Okay, got them off. So I'm going to pull this off. As you see, I've got a little bit of overhang. It's better when you do these to have it a little bit larger than to have it too small. So that's why I added a little bit whenever I cut this. So now I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to trim this off. Okay. How many of y'all, leave me comments below, how many of y'all have done craft fairs and sold traveler's notebooks at your fair? Because I haven't sold any at my fairs, so I don't know how they're going to do, but I'm going to give it a try. So, okay. So there we go. That looks pretty good. Okay, so now let's move on to the folder. We're going to do 3 of the notebooks, and we're going to do 1 pocket folder. Now, I went ahead and pre-cut my paper for the pocket folder at 7 by 7, and I love this double-sided here, so it doesn't really matter which side we're going to be using. Okay, so I'm going to score this at 3.5, which is halfway through, so that way then we know where to fold this on. Okay, then I'm going to turn it, and I'm gonna score it also at 4 5/8. Okay, so you can see my score lines there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score this, and I think I'm going to do this color on the outside of my folder. That way then when you look at the inside of your folder, you see those really cool polka dots. I think those are pretty neat looking. Okay, so I'm going to fold on the score lines. And there you go, like that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it back up, and I am going to fold it back in half, and you want to cut. You can use your paper cutter. I'm just going to use my scissors. You want to cut from this score line. Just go like maybe about, I don't know, about 1.5 inches or a little bit more than that, and just cut that part off. Then when you open it back up and you fold these up, you will have a pocket folder. Okay, so I'm going to use my red tape. And I'm going to adhere these sides of the pocket down. You could do more pockets if you want, or pocket folders if you want, but I'm just going to do 1 for this particular one. Every traveler's notebook I've made always turns out a little bit different. I add a little more, sometimes a little less. But I'm thinking for the craft fair, because craft fairs, people don't want to pay. They're out there to try, well, they don't want to pay a lot. They're out there to find a good bargain. And so we want to make sure that we make our sales. And so you don't want to overprice your stuff. And so the more stuff you're going to put inside of these, the more you've got to charge, of course. So we don't want to have to charge too much. So, okay. And they can always accessorize their own notebooks with a little bit more than what you add into yours. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do my corner rounder. And I'm going to do this at 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to round my corners. Okay, got my corners rounded. Now I'm going to grab myself a laminating sheet. Again, I'm using my Scotch laminating pouches that I got from Target. And I'm going to get this in here. I got my laminator all nice and warmed up. I'm going to get this in here. Now on my little pocket pins, I'm going to add this little card on the front, like something like an encouragement card. That's what I call them, encouragement card. So I'm going to go ahead and stick some of them in here as well. Stick 1 or 2 of them in here. because I don't really like to waste this laminating sheets. Even though you can get like 100 of them for like 20 bucks, but still, you don't want to waste if you don't have to. So I've got some of the little cards, the cut-aparts that I pulled out of this paper pack. And I'm going to put one of these on front. I like this Believe You Can. You know, that is so encouraging. You believe it and you can do it, okay, y'all? It's like crafting. If you think, oh, I can't do that, sure you can. Anybody can do it. You can do it. So I'm gonna round the corners on this one as well. That way I can utilize a little bit more of my plastic here, my laminating sheet. And I'm gonna get this put in here. And you know what? Because I have all this overhang, I'm gonna cut some off because I can use this other part for something else, like a bookmark or something. I'm gonna stick it in my Scotch laminator and just wait for it to come out. So while that's working, we can go ahead and we can put our notebooks in here. You can put the notebooks anywhere you like. Oh, I'm gonna open it up about halfway, and I'm gonna start putting my notebooks in. Got this coming out over here. It's looking good. And, you know, let's see here. I'm going to move this one up toward the front because I don't want to put the two colors next to each other. And that one's kind of, oh, I love that. That's really pretty. I'm going to put this one in the back. It's already looking good already. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to get this cut out. Grab my little paper trimmer. And I am going to cut this out. Trim off the laminating off of here. So let me get that done. Remember, I've told you before, I line mine up against that where the white ends. If you can see that where the white ends, that's where on this side of the trimmer on the blade, that's where I'm gonna put this that way. Then the way you can see there, it gives it plenty of laminating still sticking over the end, so it won't pull apart or anything. If you trim it too close, it's gonna come apart. You don't want your laminating to come apart. Okay, so got this one. And there, it's looking like this. Now I'm just gonna trim off these edges a little bit, just kind of round them up a little. Okay, I'm going to run this through the laminator one more time because I like it to be extra sturdy. And while that's coming through, I'm going to trim this one up. Okay. Okay. Trim this up a little bit. There we go. Got our little encouragement card. Got that all fixed up over here. I've got so much on my desk, y'all. It's all, I'm knocking stuff over. Okay. Whose desk looks like that too? I try to clean it up, and then the minute I get busy on something, it becomes a disastrous mess again. Okay. Just trim up these corners. Okay. So you got that. Believe you can. Y'all can do it. Believe you can. Okay, so now I'm just going to grab my X-Acto knife. And let me look under my mess. Here it is. And then I'm going to take my knife And I'm just gonna carefully trim or kind of cut along to where the pocket folder is supposed to open here. Okay. I'm gonna trim down. Don't go too heavy because you don't want it to go through the paper. And if you didn't get it all, just kind of go back over it one more time. I think I need to get over here a little bit more. There we go. Got that one. Now let's do this side. Okay, and there we go. I got them. Okay, so I'm going to fold this in half, and I'm going to use my bone folder and give it a good crease. That way it'll be good and folded in half. And now you've got a good laminated pocket folder for your pocket tee in. You know, you could put lots of stuff in here. Like if you're got to carry this in your purse, you could put receipts, you could put your ID in here, or whatever you'd like. Okay, so now I'm going to add 2 of the pockets like I did the other one. I'm going to use my Target pockets that I got from the Target Dollar Spot. And let me make sure I'm getting some good one here. Some of them, I don't know about y'all. Leave me a comment below. Have y'all had problems with your Target Dollar Spot pockets looking a little wrinkled in your packages? Because I noticed that some of mine did. And I don't know if it's maybe because they were the underneath ones or what. I don't know. So always trying to pick and choose. Okay, so I'm going to line this up toward about a 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. That way it gives you plenty of space to put something in. I'm going to also put one in the back. But these are pretty nifty little pockets. They really are. And school time is coming, so when they put more school supplies out, they'll be putting more of these out, and I'll go and I'll probably stock back up. Okay, so I got a pocket in the front, pocket in the back, got a pocket folder, a super cute covers for your pads of paper, and wow, that's already functional already. Look at that. Okay, so let me just see here. Now we just need to put our encouragement cards in here, and I'm gonna put some cut aparts in here. So I kind of like these. You've got this. That's right, we do got this, y'all. We do. It's a new day. Love this. I love the colors of this paper pad. Oh, this one is even really good. This is good for us. Dream bigger, y'all. Dream bigger. Okay, I'm just gonna trim this up a little bit. You can use your paper cut if you want to eyeball it. I'm just going to eyeball them. This one looks a little long, so let's trim this one up. Okay, so I'm just going to use my corner rounder. Okay, get all these rounded up. You don't have to put these cards in here, but I kind of like them if you want to give one to somebody, or if you just want to keep them for encouraging yourself. You know, you can do that. If you want to mail one to a friend, whatever you like. Okay, we got one more coming up this because we cannot leave out Dream Bigger. Dream Bigger is great. Okay. Okay. So I got my little cut aparts, and I'm gonna add them to my book. And I think that I'm gonna put Dream Bigger and Love This in the front, because that way when you open up the front page, Dream Bigger is right there, and you just wanna dream big. Isn't that cute, y'all? So cute. Okay, and we're gonna put these 3 back here. You can add them to the pocket folder if you like. We're gonna put You Got This on the top of this one. Okay. You got that. You could add in some paper clips if you like. You can add a bookmark like I did on the other one. Sky's the limit. You can add what you like. It's your book. So, let's see. Let me grab one of my paper clips, my big flower paper clips. See which one I have already pre-made that I could use. See, I've already got some pre-made. I'm gonna be doing a little tutorial on this one as well. I think this one is gonna go. I don't really have any purple one, but the white will go just fine with this. Now I haven't had them in a little bin since I made them, so go ahead and just fluff it up. And this is where I added it in the other one. I put it here. That way if they want to use it, stuck it in the top, they can do that. But then for the sake of the craft fair, you don't want all the embellishment stuff to fall out. You could add stickers in here. Anything that you like, you could put in here if you want to add it in for the craft fair. And there you go. Okay, so let's quickly look at this again. We've got our pockets. We've got our first pocket folder right here with our big 4-inch paper clip. We have 3 of the paper pads in here that have pretty covers on them that were super simple. And then we got another pocket back here. You could easily put your ID or anything back here. If you just want to grab this and run it into the store with it, you can certainly do that. It would hold it in there. You can also add a pin. If you want to do a pin loop, you can add a pin. Anything you want. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here like this. Believe you can, y'all, because we can. We are all wonderful, awesome crafters, and we can do it. So we can, you can always just try and try again. So anyway, okay, so here you go. I've finished now. Craft Fair idea number 14. Aren't they super cute, y'all? I think they're darling. Okay, so I guess until my next video, I will see you later, and thank you so much for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. And I guess I will see you in my next video. Oh, y'all, okay, so I'm fixing to choose the winner for my 100 subscriber. I'm up like 125 or 126 right now, so I'm super excited about that. Thank you so much for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. So my next giveaway after this one will come really soon, so you're going to keep an eye out for that one as well if you're interested. Anyway, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.